Alright, so what's been going on in the world lately? There's a lot to cover, so let's dive right in. Well, buckle up because November 2024 is already proving to be a doozy. From political upheavals to environmental crises, the world is buzzing with activity. Here's a quick rundown of some of the biggest headlines that are making waves across the globe right now. The US presidential election is in full swing. It's one of the most closely watched events not just in the United States, but around the world. Yeah, it's that time again. Americans are gearing up to choose their next leader, and let's just say things are getting intense. The debates have been fiery, the rallies packed, and the stakes higher than ever. We'll dive into the nitty-gritty of this one in a bit. But first, let's take a look at some other pressing issues. Climate change is still wreaking shop. This isn't just a seasonal headline, it's a persistent, escalating crisis. Remember those crazy wildfires we saw earlier this year, and those devastating floods? They were catastrophic, displacing thousands and causing billions in damages. Yeah, those were partly fueled by climate change, and scientists are warning that things could get even more extreme if we don't get our act together. The data is clear. Rising temperatures and unpredictable weather patterns are becoming the new norm. The global tech race is heating up. Innovation is the name of the game, and countries are pulling out all the stops to lead the charge. From artificial intelligence to space exploration, countries around the world are competing to be at the forefront of innovation. The advancements in AI are particularly noteworthy, with new breakthroughs happening almost daily. This has huge implications for everything from the jobs of the future to national security. The tech race isn't just about gadgets and gizmos. It's about shaping the future of our societies and economies. The economy is a bit of a roller coaster. Financial markets are as unpredictable as ever, with ups and downs that keep everyone on their toes. Inflation is still a concern in many parts of the world, and some experts are worried about a potential recession. Prices for everyday goods are rising, and people are feeling the pinch. On the flip side, there are also some positive economic indicators out there. Job markets in certain sectors are booming, and new industries are emerging. It's a confusing time, to say the least. The economic landscape is a mixed bag with both challenges and opportunities. Social movements are demanding change. The call for justice and equality is louder than ever. From calls for racial justice to LGBTQ+ rights, people around the world are raising their voices and demanding a more equitable society. These movements are not just about protests, they're about creating lasting change. These movements are shaping conversations and policies in profound ways. Governments and institutions are being held accountable, and the push for reform is gaining momentum. International relations are in flux, diplomatic ties are being tested and redefined. From trade negotiations to peace talks, the global political landscape is shifting. Alliances are being formed and broken, and the balance of power is constantly evolving. Humanitarian crises are ongoing. Conflicts and natural disasters continue to displace millions. Humanitarian efforts are in full swing, with organizations working tirelessly to provide aid and support. The challenges are immense, but so is the resolve to help those in need. Amidst all the chaos, there's also a lot of hope and resilience. People are coming together, celebrating diversity, and working towards a better future. It's a complex world out there, but one thing is clear: we're all in this together. Stay informed, stay engaged, and let's navigate these times with hope and determination. That's all for now. Keep an eye on the headlines, and we'll be back with more updates soon. Thanks for watching. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say the donkey and the elephant in the room, the US presidential election. Every 4 years, Americans head to the polls to decide who will lead the country. It's a process that involves months of campaigning, debates, and discussions. It's been impossible to escape the constant barrage of campaign ads, rallies, and debates. These elements are designed to inform, persuade, and sometimes even entertain the public. But hey, that's democracy in action, right? The ability to choose our leaders is a fundamental aspect of our democratic system. It's a privilege and a responsibility that many people around the world still fight for. This election is a big deal for a lot of reasons. It's not just about who will sit in the Oval Office, it's about the direction the country will take on critical issues. First off, the two main candidates have vastly different visions for the country on issues like healthcare, climate change, and the economy. One candidate might prioritize expanding healthcare access, while the other might focus on reducing taxes and deregulation. Whoever wins will have a major impact on the direction of the US for the next 4 years. Their policies will shape everything from international relations to domestic welfare programs. Second, this election is happening against a backdrop of deep political division in the US. The country is more polarized than it has been in decades, with strong opinions on both sides of the political spectrum. People are more polarized than ever, and it feels like everyone is arguing with each other all the time. Social media has amplified these divisions, making it easier for people to find and engage with like-minded individuals, but also to clash with those who hold opposing views. The outcome of this election could either help to heal those divisions or make them even worse. A leader who can bridge the gap and bring people together could foster a sense of unity, while a divisive figure might deepen the rifts. No matter who you're rooting for, or even if you're just rooting for it to be over, the US presidential election is a major current event that's worth paying attention to. It's a moment that will be remembered in history, and the decisions made now will affect generations to come. So stay informed, participate in the process, and most importantly, make your voice heard by voting. Climate change from bad to worse.